Yirmeyahu, Jeremiah chapter 34. The word which came to Yirmeyahu from Yah, when Nebuchadnezzar, sovereign of Babel, and all his army, and all the reigns of the earth under his rule, and all the people fought against Jerusalem and all its cities, saying, Thus said Yah, the Elohim of Yisrael, Go and speak to Yirmeyahu, sovereign of Yehuda, and say to him, Thus said Yah, See, I am giving this land into the hand of the sovereign of Babel, and he shall burn it with fire, and you shall not escape out of his hand, but certainly be taken and given into his hand. And your eyes shall see the eyes of the sovereign of Babel, and his mouth shall speak with your mouth, and you shall go to Babel. But hear the word of Yah, O Yirmeyahu, sovereign of Yehuda. Thus said Yah concerning you, You shall not die by the sword. In peace you are to die, and as in the burnings of spices for your fathers, the former sovereigns who were before you, so they shall burn spices for you, and lament for you, saying, Alas, master, for I have spoken the word, declares Yah. And Yirmeyahu the prophet spoke all these words to Yirmeyahu, the sovereign of Yehuda, in Jerusalem, while the sovereign of Babel's army was fighting against Jerusalem, and all the cities of Yehuda that were left against Lachish and Azekah. For only these walled cities remained of the cities of Yehuda. The word which came to Yirmeyahu from Yah, after sovereign Yirmeyahu had made a covenant with all the people who were at Jerusalem to proclaim release to them, that everyone was to set free his male and female slave, the Hebrew man and the Hebrew woman. No one was to be kept a Yehudi. No one was to keep a Yehudi, his brother, enslaved. And when all the heads and all the people who had come into the covenant heard that each one was to set free his male and female slaves, and not keep them enslaved any longer, they obeyed and released them. But afterward they changed their minds, and made the male and female slaves return, whom they had set free, and brought them into subjection as male and female slaves. Therefore the word of Yah came to Yirmeyahu from Yah, saying, Thus said Yah, the Elohim of Yisrael, I myself made a covenant with your fathers in the day that I brought them out of the land of Mitzrayim, out of the house of bondage, saying, At the end of 7 years, each one should set free his Hebrew brother, who has been sold to him. And when he has served you 6 years, you shall let him go free from you. But your fathers did not obey me, nor incline their ear. And you recently turned and did what was right in my eyes, each man proclaiming release to his neighbor. And you made a covenant before me in the house which is called by my name. But you turned back and profaned my name, and each one of you took back his male and female slaves, whom he had set free at their pleasure, and brought them into subjection to be your male and female slaves. Therefore thus said Yah, You have not obeyed me in proclaiming release, each one to his brother, and each one to his neighbor. See, I am proclaiming release to you, declares Yah, to the sword, to the pestilence, and to the scarcity of food. And I shall make you a horror to all reigns of the earth. And I shall give the men who are transgressing my covenant, who have not established the words of the covenant which they made before me, when they cut the calf into, and passed between the parts of it, the heads of Yehuda and the heads of Jerusalem, the eunuchs and the priests, and all the people of the land who passed between the parts of the calf. And I shall give them into the hand of their enemies, and into the hand of those who seek their life, and their corpses shall be for food to the birds of the heavens and the beasts of the earth. And I shall give Yirmeyahu, sovereign of Yehuda, and his heads into the hand of their enemies, and into the hand of those who seek their life, and into the hand of the sovereign of Babel's army that was withdrawn from you. See, I am commanding, declares Yah, and shall bring them back to this city, and they shall fight against it, and take it, and burn it with fire. And I shall make the cities of Yehuda a ruin without inhabitant.